Good morning. 8:14 a.m. Trevor Hall. Put down what you're carrying. Featuring Dennen. Don't go to war with yourself. I heard it come through the rain. Don't go to war with yourself.
Don't you go to war with yourself. How you gonna hold all that pain?
How you gonna hold all that pain? Here we go.
Let go, let go, let go. Put all of it out of your mind.
Let go, let go, let go. Put all of it out of your mind.
I know you know. It's time to put down what you are carrying.
Put down what you're carrying.
Put down what you are
I love this.
carrying.
Put down what you're carrying.
Put down what you are carrying. Put down, put down, put down now. Put down what you are carrying. Put down what you are carrying.
How
Put
perfect.
down what you are carrying. Put down, put down, put down.
I'll read this in a minute.
Don't you go to war with yourself. It don't look good on you.
Don't go to war with yourself. It don't look good on you.
Don't you go to war with yourself. You got other things to do now.
Play a little bit more, and then we'll anchor in and have a conversation.
Let go, let go, let go of everything holding you down.
Let go of everything holding you down.
I know you know, we know. The time is now.
The time is now.
What you are carrying.
Put down what you're carrying.
Put down what you are carrying. Put down what you are carrying. Put down, put down, put down now. Put down what you are carrying.
We're gonna pause.
Put down what you are carrying.
Kind of hard to pause during a good
Put
song.
down what you are carrying. Put down, put down, put down now.
Put down what you're carrying. Let go. Let us anchor. And then I'm gonna share the card that I pulled. What's happening energetically right now? This called for me to come connect with you. So let's put right hand on heart, one on belly, or you can do the opposite. Just connecting your body and your breath. Let's just do 3. So breathe in. Just allowing yourself to feel the breath in through your nose. And as you exhale through the mouth, let go. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. With every breath, just bring yourself fully present in this moment. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just let's take a moment together just to pause and just be here. In our hearts, as Trevor Hall and Dennen are singing, you don't want to go to war with yourself. Put down what you're carrying. Those thoughts, those beliefs, those patterns, those heavy burdens. Let's just breathe in. As we breathe out, just letting go and being fully engaged in this present moment, just here. Breathe in. With an openness and curiosity to what is here, just allow yourself to exhale slowly, deepening in this moment. Breathe in. And breathe out. And as we continue that circular dance of the inhalation, exhalation, in through our nose, slowly out through our mouth, we're signaling to our brain and our body that all is well in this moment. For those of us who do feel safe, for those of us who have so much more privilege than others, doesn't mean that we're wealthy, but we're safe and our needs are met. Breathe in. In that gratitude, and as you breathe out, just bring that awareness of the possibilities of ways to serve. But in this moment, you're serving the divine self, that higher aspect of your life, that spark of the luminous one that I call the divine, that moves and breathes and has its being in, through, and as you. There can be nothing separate from the allness and wholeness of the divine reality. We are merely a sapphire drop in this exquisite ocean of love, that in this moment is purifying with every thought, with every fear that is rising. We add love. For every seeming limitation, we invite infinite opportunities and expansion. And see and affirm and claim only abundance. So breathe in. And breathe out. Good morning. If you just joined me, you know what? A few of you have. I'm going to start this over. I want to just a little bit of Trevor Hall, put down what you're carrying. I was just called to have a conversation just to check in with you this morning, see how you're doing, acknowledging if there's struggle and frustration, acknowledging the joy. So let's just listen to like the first verse and then we'll listen to it again. But it's like, what do you want me to share? And this song popped up. It's Trevor Hall. Put down what you're carrying. And then this is the card that I pulled. I create wonderful new beliefs for myself. You have coffee? Don't you go to war with yourself? I love that. I heard it come through the rain. How you gonna hold all that pain? Pain is a teacher, but we don't have to hold on to it. Let go, let go. Put all of it out of your mind. I know, you know, we know. It's time to put down what you're carrying. Put it down. Put down, put down, put down. Well, listen to more because I played longer at the beginning. I'll play at the end, but put down what you're carrying. So I picked up Cheryl Strayed, and this is the card that I picked. So let's do the card first. It comes from Louise Hay's Power Thoughts. I create wonderful new beliefs for myself. And it goes perfect with this song, so I don't ever coordinate anything. I just listen, tune in. My consciousness is now being filled with positive thought patterns that contribute to my health, wealth, and loving relationships. Let me say that again. The shift always is in consciousness. My consciousness is now being filled with positive thought patterns that contribute to my health, wealth, and loving relationships. So put down what you're carrying. Put down those false beliefs. Put down that critical self-talk. Put down the fear. Look at it as a teacher, as a signal, but put it down. And then with Cheryl Strayed, Brave Enough, on page 30. Is that 30? I don't know. I don't have good lighting in here. Oh, no, it's page 10. When you recognize that you will thrive not in spite of your losses and sorrows, but because of them. That you would not have chosen the things that happen in your life, but you're grateful for them. That you will hold the empty bowls eternally in your hands, but you also have the capacity to fill them. The word for that is healing. Let me read that again. When you recognize that you will thrive not in spite of your losses and sorrows, but because of them, that you would not have chosen the things that happen in your life, but you're grateful for them, that you will hold the empty bowls eternally in your hands, but you also have the capacity to fill them. The word for that is healing. Let go, let go, let go. Healing. So the conversation is basically that when we are experiencing challenges in life, things that we call losses, in the moment, we must bear witness to those losses. And yet at the same time, there's that little spark within us that remembers the truth of our divine. That little bit of light that kind of comes through the crevice to remind us that there's something greater. That in the moment that what we're experiencing is not good, it does not feel good, I'm not going to call it good, but I live in a universe that works for me, not against me. Had this conversation with my friend Chuck yesterday as he put that up on his new website. And the conversation is that whatever the experience was, it's an empty bowl that I can fill in with a level of awareness and understanding. of the direction it's taken me in, of the new way that I want to feel it. I want to create wonderful new beliefs for myself. We cannot come through this pandemic and still hold on to those false beliefs of the past, to the things that we've experienced that we cling to this false notion that everything is secure. It's just about being present in the moment, and then to trust that the universe, God, whatever way you want to call it, is guiding you to whatever the next step of your evolution is, so that you can live and move and breathe and have your being as that expression of divine love, divine joy, divine peace. So I also picked up, because I haven't read this book in a long time, Brene Brown's Braving the Wilderness. I love her. I love Cheryl Strait too, but Brene Brown was in my dream the other night, and it was fabulous. Okay, so she's a UT Longhorn, like I am, University of Texas, Austin, Hook 'em Horns. And I had listened to her podcast, so it's obvious that's why she was in my consciousness, in my dreams. And in the dream, she comes up to me. She's like, oh my gosh, the work that you're doing teaching children mindfulness about their emotions. She goes, did you have that in my conversation? No. I go, I still struggle with rumination, but at least I have the tools. And she's like, this is awesome. We have to keep doing this. We have to give these gifts to each other. And we were laughing and we're playing. And then Brene's like, give me your card. So I run down to get my card. And I'm always dreaming that I'm either in a hotel with a lot of people and a lot of kids. There's always kids. You know, having been around students for the last, since 2007, there's always kids. And especially these last 6 years. But when I came back out, it was the outdoors. It was dark and it was raining. And there was all these like little waterfalls of rain. And then all of a sudden, parents are taking their shoes off and they're walking in the mud because kids are playing. Kids don't care, right? And it was almost the symbolic, be like little children in the innocence and purity of the moment, without these preconceived ideas of what it means to be an adult, without bringing forth, because children are fully present in the holy now. They start getting conditioned. I see the shift in about 4th grade. 3rd, it starts with 4th grade. So when you go from pre-K to 2nd, and we do mindful movement, they will dance. You start getting to 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they become self-conscious. They start, engaging in the belief systems that people, either things that people say to them or things that they've said to themselves because they've seen things from the outside as opposed to tuning on the inside. So anyhow, I went around the waterfalls and Brene and I connect and I give her my card. I'm like, look, we need to play together. We've got to create a world literally that's working for everyone. So that's why I picked her up today. And let's see, this is page 86, and it's a conversation of the quest for true belonging and the courage to stand alone. And I have to reread that to understand the courage to stand alone. I think it's just standing alone in the authenticity and vulnerability of who you are, because we're really being called not to be these little islands, but we're being called like Great Mother Earth. When you look at Earth from space, it's this oneness, it's this wholeness, it's this mystical understanding there's no separation. But it's a conversation with Viola Davis and just, her experience in life and the belief system and being in the wilderness. And she says, Viola Davis is in the wilderness. I asked her if true belonging took the shape of a practice for her. And she said, yes. Today, I live by a few simple rules. 1, I'm doing the best that I can. Are you doing the best that you can? Can you honor you're doing the best that you can? 2, I will allow myself to be seen. How many of us are being called to be seen? Not for our ego, not for attention, not for that need to feel loved and supported. That's very, it's to be seen. The gifts are being called into the world. 3, I applied the advice an acting coach gave to me in all aspects of my life. Go further. Don't be afraid. Put it all out there and don't leave anything on the floor. And in film, in the old days when they used to cut film, they literally would edit, they'd cut the film, they'd leave it on the floor. What have you been leaving on the floor? What have you cut out? Now, the don't be afraid, I'm okay with fear, it's just a signal, but not to give power to the fear. Fear is just pointing to a false belief that's still hidden within you, that's stopping you. It's this invisible wall that doesn't really have any power, all right? 4, I will not be a mystery to my daughter. She will know me, and I will share my stories with her. The stories of failure, shame, and accomplishment. She will know she's not alone in the wilderness. This is who I am. This is where I'm from. This is my mess. And this is what it means to belong to myself. That is what the universe wanted us to hear today. thank you when it all comes together. Because when I receive, literally, it's 8:28, I teach at 9, and I'm like, I'm feeling this energy coming in. It's like, go talk to the people, go talk to the people. I'm like, well, what do you want me to share? Just get on, the song will appear. I get on YouTube, there's Trevor Hall, put down what you're carrying. Then there's Cheryl Strait, Bray Enough. Then there's The Power Thought, then there's Brene. And what it all brings together is, one, we've got to stand in that power of the divine presence, not our ego. This is not about the ego, but this is an understanding that your unique incarnation and each one of us is a unique expression of the living life that I call the divine God, by whatever name you understand it, divine mother, divine father, and that we're being called at this time to put down what we've been carrying. And especially if you're a parent, and especially if you're a mother, because what's her name? Glennon Doyle in Untamed talks about this just in such a powerful way, that when we reveal to our children the messes that we've been through, the way that we've grown, but now how we stand in our awareness of the divine presence, the power that's seeking to express as our gifts, that we enter into that space of vulnerability and authenticity, but we trust that we're being guided, that we're creating new beliefs, because those false beliefs that were embedded in us as a child through the race consciousness, through school, through people's judgments, that has to be let go. We got to put down what we've been carrying individually, collectively. We're being called to authentically stand in who we are. How are we going to teach children resilience if we shelter them too much? If we make it too easy? Like, it was life-shattering for me to go out into the world and not understand that the world wasn't as, simple, and what I thought, was a healthy environment, then I realized was just, my mother not speaking up for herself. Sorry to put that out there in the world to my brothers and sisters, but it's true. Things that false belief, that this is safe. If I stay here, this is safe. It's not safe. If you're enclosed, if you're constraining yourself, if you're hiding and suppressing your feelings and your belief, it will come out, and it will come out either in a disease in your body, it will come out in self-destructive behaviors, it'll come out in projections towards other people. We're being called to lay down those false beliefs and put down what we've been carrying, and in this moment stand with the empty bowl that Cheryl Strait talks about, and see that every loss, every challenge, every hurt, every pain had something to offer us. We don't call that good, but the good is coming. The good is actually coming right now. And we're being called to stand in this place of awareness that we really, I've said this over and over, we are the ones we've been waiting for. I don't know, I can't remember who first said that, but we have to show up for each other, to lift each other, to stand. And like Viola Davis, this is who I am, the I am that I am. This is where I'm from. I'm from the sacred space of the living light and the living love that I call the divine. And this whole earth paradigm of less than is done. And let me be clear, once again, it's not my ego. It is not my ego when you surrender to that which is greater. This was what I was telling Chuck yesterday on our walk. Whenever I speak or teach, I say, all right, so whatever needs to be released, release it. Like anything in me that needs to be released, release it. And whatever needs to be revealed, reveal it. I allow that. I surrender to that which is greater. This is not an abdication of my personal responsibility. This isn't about something outside of me. This is that internal indwelling presence that is sourced from that which is greater, that's seeking to reveal as me. And I got to get my ego out of the way and those false beliefs and the things that I've been carrying. So this is who I am. This is where I'm from. This is my mess. And it's okay to call it a mess, but from the mess, we transform it into grace and gratitude. And this is what it means to belong to myself. And to belong to myself then allows others to belong to themselves, then allows us to belong to each other. All right? That's the download for today. I never prepare. I just listen. I got this nudge just to connect. Are you struggling? I go through rumination. It hits me at night. There's some things that when I've healed, they're very neutral. And there's some things that are so intense that the rumination is like, woo, Cirque du Soleil. If you could have seen my sheet covers this morning, I was up. Like, what do I need to let go of? And then I find this song this morning. It is so beautiful in every single way. So I will post Cheryl Strait, this little piece right here. And I love this book. Let me make sure I bookmark it. I will post after I teach. I teach till 12 today. the Power Thought card. So believe in yourself. Create a new belief system about yourself, not from the ego, but from the awareness of the I am presence. Power, love, wisdom, joy, clarity, understanding, wholeness that reveals itself as health, vitality, vivaciousness, abundance, opulence. And it's not about the external things, it's the internal awareness that's expressing in our lives. And that it's not just enough for me, it's for the we, all right? So I love you. We're gonna listen to Trevor Hall, Put Down What You're Carrying, featuring Dennen. I will put up the YouTube for that. And copyright fair use only, Facebook. I'm here to inspire, to invite you into your allness and your wholeness. And when you're having those very human moments, which I actually do have those very human moments, that we allow ourselves to be in that mess, and that something good literally is coming from it. We just have to tune and listen and love. All right, so we are going to listen to a little bit more of Trevor, and then we are going to anchor out. I'm going to teach, and make sure you have a good cup of coffee or tea or juice. I love you. Let the sorrows be present, but let's let them flow and reveal what needs to be revealed. I love this. Don't you go to war with yourself? It don't look good on you. I like that. Don't you go to war with yourself? You have other things to do. Self-love, self-care. Let go of everything holding you down. Here we go. The time is now. Oh yeah. Put it down. We're gonna anchor out, but put it down. Give it up to that which is greater. Here we go. You better lay down your arms. You better lay down your fears. Just anchor out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't let those fears stop you from making the difficult choices that you need to make. Or taking that one step into the unknown, the uncertainty. But you're being pulled by something greater. A new life, a new way of being. You gotta trust, you gotta know that there's something greater experiencing itself as your life. Really? We can dance around the sun and dance around this galaxy and dance around the universe, but we can't dance in our own lives to the good? Put it down. Put it down. It's time to live from our greatness, not of the ego. But each one of us is like this lighthouse, and we need more light. Peace out. I love you.